Jessica Gutierrez.
Back handspring 1.5 to a stuck landing. Taking it all in. She's really excited with that.
And a strong finish from McClelland on the beam for Nebraska. As all eyes now on Jessica Gutierrez, the senior from Monterrey, Mexico.
Front tuck, step out, round out back handspring, double tuck. Really good landing.
Yeah, like I said, Jessica just shows off her power in her tumbling.
And she really gets into her dance and shows it off.
Nice lead pass. Taking some time, taking a little breather here.
Taking in her last few minutes in the spectrum. Really showing it off to the crowd. Gearing up for her last pass.
Giving a smile to the judges right there. We're gonna finish off this routine with a double pike.
Last pass for Gutierrez, let's see it. And she holds on.
Great routine for Jessica.
Awesome finish for Gutierrez.
Definitely such a great experience, you know, in your last performance in front of the fans here in Logan, to have such a solid performance. I think she'll probably have the team high after a performance like that. Looks like we won't have any exhibitionists from Nebraska on the beam. We might have some from Utah State, though it is confirmed Nebraska gonna finish with a 196.825 after scoring a 48.725 on the beam.
Yeah, that's a really strong away score. Definitely gonna bump up that NQS. Oh.
As their score gets bumped up from their
just
final
gonna say,
gymnast, a 197.5, a high on the season for Nebraska.
Huge score.
After another 9.925 from McClelland. Boost Nebraska over the 197 mark. That's huge.
Well deserved. You could definitely see it in their gymnastics tonight.
And it looks like we're all done on the floor for Utah State as well. We'll come back after the break with final scores for everybody. Don't go anywhere here on the Mountain West Network. Welcome back inside the Spectrum as we honor the seniors here. 3 seniors from Alaska and from Nebraska. Utah State's manager, as we saw here at the top of the meet, he had a special floor routine for the fans in attendance. Daniel Barclay, going to be graduating after managing with this team for the last few years. He was managing the team when you two were both on the team. Is that correct?
Yeah, he went on a mission, and he was actually our team manager before, and he's awesome. Such a great helper.
Hopes to stay involved in the gymnastics community. Daniel is joined on the floor by his wife, Abby, grandparents Lyle and Alice Hilger, and his in-laws, Bill and Tanya McCann. Ladies and gentlemen, Daniel Barclay.
See Barclay with Coach White and all of his family, as well as Jerry Bovia there, the athletic director here at Utah State.
Such a special moment, taking it all in with his family.
Next is Grace Rojas.
Here is Grace Rojas. Rojas, a senior from Bolton, Ontario, up in Canada.
The native of Bolton, Ontario, Canada, earned academic all-NRGC accolades in 2019.
Looks like she's joined by our athletic director, Wyatt.
With single-season bar averages of 9.809 and 9.8.
Now, she earned her bachelor's degree in accounting from Utah State in the spring of 2021 and was working on her master's degree. And so while she's been finishing up her graduate degree, she's been here competing with Utah State on the gymnastics floor. Definitely a lot of leadership, a lot of experience from Rojas here. She ranks 4th and is tied for 5th.
Grace Rojas.
For 5th all-time in school history with single-season bar averages of a 9.809 in 2021 and a 9.8 in 2020 in that COVID season. Definitely will be missed here in Logan. Carly Bales, next senior here from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. She's tied for 15th all-time in school history with a single-season beam average of a 9.775 set in 2020. I imagine that average only went up over the last 2 years. Unfortunately, tonight had that fall, but really a strong performer for Utah State consistently over the years. Part of that Beam Queen team over the last couple of years that helped Utah State claim the Mountain Rim Gymnastic Conference title last season. Definitely going to be a tough hole to replace. She's going to graduate this year. She graduated last year, in the spring of 22 with a bachelor's degree in sociology and is working on her master's degree in human development and family studies. Also earned 2nd team all Mountain Rim Gymnastics last season on the beam, as well as winning the Beam Specialist of the Week multiple times here in the conference.
Next is Lexi Aragon.
Lexi Aragon next, the 5'2" senior from Salt Lake City, Utah. Named to the Academic All-Mountain Rim Conference. Each year she's performed here at Utah State, as well as the Women's Collegiate Gymnastics Association Scholastic All-American Award for each of those years as well. She's recorded career best of a 9.8 on the bar and the beams this year.
Tonight, Lexi is being escorted by her parents, Andrew and Tracy.
As she's here with her family, celebrating what is the end of a really solid career here at Utah State as well.
Next is Maya Fishwick.
Up next, 5'6" senior Maya Fishwick from Auckland, New Zealand. Fishwick has earned Mountain Rim Gymnastics Conference Bar Specialist of the Week multiple times, is also being recognized as a Scholastic All-American for the last 2 years and being on the Academic All-Mountain Rim Gymnastics Conference team as well. Majoring in sociology, Fishwick's just performed really well on any of the events that the coaches have asked her to perform in, whether that's the floor, the bars, the beam, or the vault. It's really best known for her performances on the bars during her time here at Utah State. She set the school record for the best bar score at a conference championship meet with a 9.95 last season as she helped the team win the conference championship, and tied for the second best bar score in school history at a regional event with a 9.9 in that first round just last year at the Norman Regional. She's tied for the third best bar score in school history to 9.95 at that Mountain Rim Gymnastics Conference Championship.
Next is Jessica Gutierrez.
Jessica Gutierrez, 5'2", from Monterrey, Mexico. Saw her score the team high, or excuse me, she scored a 9.725 just behind her teammates on the floor today.
She's a two-time WCGA Scholastic All-American, while also earning one academic.
Two-time Scholastic All-American in the Women's Gymnastics Association, as well as on the academic All-Mountain Rim Gymnastics team. She'll graduate this spring with a major in marketing.
Jessica's escorted by her sister Christina. Ladies and gentlemen, Jessica.
Just really a solid performer on the bars and the floor for Utah State, providing a lot of leadership and experience during her time here in Logan.
Next is Sophie Sullivan.
Sophie Sullivan, 5'4", senior out of Manhattan Beach, California. Was named Mountain Rim Gymnastics Conference Freshman of the Year back in 2020, as well as co-beam specialist in the conference. She was on the first team all Mountain Rim Gymnastics Conference, as well as beam specialist of the week multiple times. She's tied for second and ranks fourth all-time in school history with a single-season beam average of a 9.883 and a 9.846 set in 2020 and 2022, respectively. She captured 8 titles in 2020, which is tied for the 9th most in freshman class history. She set the school record with a 9.975 on the beam at Air Force when she was a freshman in 2020, and is also tied for the second best beam score in school history with a pair of 9.925s, accomplished most recently in the tri-meet back in 2022, just last season against Southern Utah and Ball State, and the 9th best score in school history, the 9.925 that she scored against BYU earlier this year. Sullivan's majoring in law and constitutional studies, and she'll graduate at the end of this semester here in spring of 23. Tonight, she's being escorted by her parents, Paul and Karina. Ladies and gentlemen, Sophie Sullivan. Next is Ariel Toomey. And finishing off the night for Utah State is Ariel Toomey, senior out of Tacoma, Washington. Mountain Rim Gymnastics Conference Floor Specialist of the Week in 2023, just a couple weeks ago. She's been on the Women's Collegiate Gymnastics Association Scholastic All-American team 3 times, as well as the All Mountain Rim Gymnastics Conference team. She's completed on the floor in 7 meets, going a 9.825 or better in each of her performances, including the 9.85 tonight. She's working on a double major in economics and marketing as she finishes her time here with the Utah State gymnastics team. Once again here, all the 8 seniors for Utah State gymnastics tonight. And a big applause from the crowd here remaining.
Sophie Sullivan and Ariel Toomey.
So Coach White going to bring in all the seniors together for one last picture together as a team before we reveal the final total scores for the 3 squads, as well as the individual titles for the night.
Professional connections of Aggie Network is at usu.edu/alumni, or follow us on social media at USU Alumni.
What were kind of those feelings for you two as you know, senior night came and went at the end of your time here at Utah State?
It's really emotional. You just want it to be the best meet possible. You come out here for school and gymnastics, and you work really hard all 4 years, and yeah, it means a lot. You just want it to be the best night and really memorable.
Well, it's that Aggie family, that community here. I think that's what I definitely miss most, and just the team and the coaches and just everyone like rooting for you and on your side. So I feel like that's really memorable and something that they're definitely going to miss here too.
There's definitely a family atmosphere.
Looks like we're having a couple score corrections to our right. Might change some final scores for some of our teams here tonight.
Thank you, seniors.
Thank you, seniors. Thank you, seniors.
Thank you for your hard work this season.
We truly would not be where we are without you all.
Grace and Carly, I want to thank you for coming back for a 5th year at Utah State Gymnastics. I can't express how much
Senior tribute video playing up above on the Jumbotron here in the Spectrum as teammates and coaches remember the seniors and their impact on the team and the influence they've had here in Coach White's first season here in Logan.
Over the last 4 years, and couldn't be more proud of you. You know, to be a new head coach and have 7 seniors that were helping buy into the vision.
Definitely a huge impact on the team to have 7 seniors help lead the way as you're really trying to start a new culture, a new environment after Coach Smith left, trying to just start something new. Anytime you have that coaching change can definitely be a challenge, but having those 7 seniors can really help build that standard of excellence, especially coming off of a conference championship winning year.
Exactly. They're setting the tone here, and for incoming freshmen and for incoming freshmen to come. So they would definitely be looked up to here.
And be the best coach that I can be. This senior class has shown me what it's like to be a leader and what it means to be an Aggie. Thank you for your positive energy, support, and motivation. Love you all. Thank you for always being the best teammate there for me and the friend I need most. Thank you for building us up as a team.
Thank you, seniors, for your leadership and your examples you give to the rest of the team and other student athletes.
I want to wish all of you the absolute best moving forward. Remember, just because you're graduating doesn't mean that your time as an Aggie has ended. You know, for the rest of your life, you'll be a part of this program, and we'll welcome you back with open arms. And we want to thank you for everything that we've done. We know that you're going to continue to be extremely successful in the future, and we want to wish you the absolute best. Love you.
I'm wishing you all the best in your future endeavors.
Wishing you all the best on your new journeys in life. Can't wait to see where you all go. Go Aggies. Thank you, seniors, and best of luck on whatever you do next. Best of luck to whatever you choose to do next. We love you.
A lot of love. So they'll start with the individual Avengers tonight. Top scorer on the vault tonight with a 9.9 score, Emma Spence from Nebraska. Followed by a 9.85, a 9.875 from Martina Comine on her team as well. A two-way tie on the bars in first place, both from Nebraska. Clara Colombo and Kinsey Davis scoring a 9.925 each on the bars. On the beam, there's a 5-way tie for that title, that top score. From Nebraska, Emma Simpton, Emma Spence, and Sophia McClelland all scored a 9.925, as well as Utah State's Sophie Sullivan and Brianna Brooks. And a two-way tie on the floor, both going to Nebraska gymnasts, as Sophie McClelland and Emma Spence both scored 9.925s. So Nebraska really kind of sweeping the individual awards. Utah State's staking a claim in the beam with Brianna Brooks and Sophie Sullivan at the 9.925.
Before the final team scores are announced, we will announce the winner of tonight's all-around.
Tonight's all-around champion with a score of 39.65 is Emma Spence. Spence earned a share of the individual tie on the vaults and on the floor, as well as on the balance beam.
Pepsi is a proud sponsor of Aggie Gymnastics. We would now like to announce tonight's winner of the Pepsi Rockstar of the Meet Award. Congratulations to Utah State's Sophie Sullivan.
Sophie Sullivan getting the Pepsi Rockstar Award of the night. Sullivan getting the 9.925 on the beam. Part of that five-way tie for the individual high. And here we are with the team scores. In third place, we have Alaska at a 191.7. Utah State taking second place at a 194.6. And Nebraska taking home the win over both squads with a 197.5, a season high for the visiting Cornhuskers. And that'll do it for us here tonight inside the Spectrum. From Taylor, Ellie, excuse me. Sorry, Ellie, you've been talking this whole night and I can't even get your name right at the end.
You already forgot my name.
From Taylor, Ellie, and myself, Earl Johansson. Thanks for joining us. This has been a Utah State production here on the Mountain West Network. We appreciate your time joining us. Come join us again next season. Don't forget, tomorrow, Utah State men's basketball is hosting Boise State in their season finale and senior night. Thanks again for joining us. We'll catch you next time here on the Mountain West Network.